In this video lecture, we will learn about the Python Pandas function to get the largest value in a particular column, to get a record with the largest value based on a particular field, and also to get top n records or the bottom n records from a dataset based on a particular field. Here, I'm considering a dataset of students where I have the details of the student names and the CGPA score. Now, if you just carefully observe, it just has a total of 22 records with an index from 0 to 21, and the name is a string and the CGPA is a float value. Now, if you observe this carefully, and then if you observe which is the highest out here, we can just see that the highest CGPA scored by the candidate is 8.8. Now, I want to extract this information from the dataset. So what can I do out here is I can just try to write the data frame name, which is my data frame name here. Now, if I just try to apply this max out here, what it does, it basically gives me this max CGPA, which is 8.8. Along with this, it also gives me the max of name. But you can just observe this is 8.8 perfect, but is the name corresponding to that? No. Okay, now let's go back and look at the name with the name Udeshna. Here, we can just observe this is the name and the corresponding CGPA is not matching. Now it's applying max on every individual column. Now, if you just want to apply this max on an individual column, like or a specific column like CGPA, I can specify CGPA out here. This gives me 8.8. Now, I wanted to know the index of it so that I can basically get the entire record. So for doing that, what I can do is I can take the help of IDX max. I can take the help of IDX max. This IDX max basically gives me the index, this index. So once you get this index, I'm capturing this in a variable called as index. Then I can use this index to access the particular record. So how do I access a particular record out here? I'll use the data frame name. And remember, I want to access a row, not a column. So I can just use dot ILOC, and then I can just specify the index out here. So here we can just observe we got the record with the name Anjali and CGPA 8.8. Now, we don't want to get just the highest or the smallest one. We are interested in getting the top 5 records. Like who is the top 5 students out here? I would like to get the details of this. 8.8, no doubt. Anjali's record, we should get it. Then probably Bharjina's record also, we would like to get it. And similarly, okay, Sasanka and the other records, which make up the top 5 participants. So in order to do this, there are two different ways. One, you can sort it based on CGPA field and then get the top records. So if I want to sort it, I can just try to write sort underscore values, and then you can just specify the column name. This is CGPA, right? So this is going to sort the records, but please do observe it is sorting it in ascending order. And if I get the top records out here, I will basically get Nayan RAM, which is 5.82 and 6.8, not 8.8. So I need to sort it in descending order. For that, we should use ascending equal to false. This will sort it in descending order. And here, if I'm interested in only getting the top 5 records, what I can do is I can just try to apply the head, and then by default head gives me 5 records. If you're willing to get only 5 records, just head is sufficient. If you are willing to get more than 5 or less than 5, okay, then you can just specify the argument how many records you basically wanted. Here I got the details of the top 5 students out here. Now, there is another way to get a similar output, which is much shorter and simpler, and that is n largest. So I'll just try to use this data frame name. Now, I can, if I'm interested only in applying this, getting the CGPA, then what I can do is I can just extract this CGPA And remember, once you extract a particular column from a data frame, we get a series. And on series, I can just apply this n largest. And if I just try to apply the n largest, I get the n largest CGPA. You can just observe it is 8.8, 8.7, okay, 8.4, 8.36, and 8.3. This is matching, right? But let us say, no, I'm not interested in only getting the CGPAs. I want to get the records. If I want to get the records, what you can do it is, you can apply this on a data frame directly. You can just apply this on a data frame with respect to n largest. Now here, it is compulsory for me to pass the number of records what you want to get. Here, let us say 5. And then the second one is which field. So I would like to get the top 5 records based on the CGPA field. I'd like to apply this. So here we can see that we got the same output as the previous one with a much lesser code. On the same lines, if you want to get the bottom 5 records, again we can use both the methods, but this will be more lengthier when compared to using, there's one more function called as n smallest. So here you can sort it in ascending order. Get this. This is the bottom 5 performers in the class based on CGPA. The same thing, if you want to do it, we can just use this data frame name dot n smallest, pass on this 5, and then specify the column name equal to CGPA. So we got the same output here. Okay. I hope the concept is clear. Thank you.